Good evening, YouTube family. Welcome to another Two Family Homestead live stream. Woo!
Hey, it's Monday night. So, we're going to Texas tonight. I heard it's not much warmer, but it has to be warmer than what it is here. It was 30 today and cold. And then I'm watching Big Bear Homestead's video, and they're in their t-shirts. And, well, Jason had a sweatshirt on. So, hope everyone had a nice weekend. If you haven't checked out Big Bear Homestead's latest video, you have to. It's a good one. They did a short, I think it was yesterday, Ladessa making sourdough bread. She is an awesome young baker. Need to check them out. Kiss My Grass Acres put a video out today with Santa. She did a good job. Need to check her out. And then there's our guest tonight. She's one heck of a baker, cooker, griller. What else? Canner. What else can I think of? Yeah, she's just an all-around great person. We got the chance to meet her and Keith in September. And her channel is growing leaps and bounds. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. She's going to be our next Paula Deen, and we'll all know her when. And I'll get the first personalized copy of her cookbook. And there's Big Bear Homestead. I was just talking you up, sir. So, Copper Kettle, God, you're flying like crazy. Your account has just skyrocketed. So, Daryl's making sure the number is okay to call in. I mean, I don't know if we'll have anyone call in tonight. You know. Oh, Lord. Oh, he's testing it. And then next week's guest, I heard that. And then next week's guest, we go to Trollville, Samson Farms. Yep, We did it. So are we all set?
Yeah.
Let's bring them out in the open.
Okay, here they are.
They are.
Hey, everybody.
Mr. Keith and Miss Misty.
And they're not
And
in the
Lucky.
kitchen. They're not in the kitchen.
They're not in the kitchen.
What the hell's going
Nope.
on here?
Now I'm not sure if they're on Misty's couch or Keith's couch.
On Keith's couch.
Keith's. Oh, they're on. Oh, yeah, because Lucky's behind Misty.
Picked over.
They have separate couches?
Yes, they do. They have separate couches on either end of the living room. They're not next to each other. One's here, one's over there, and Lucky is Keith's.
Is that social distancing?
That is social distancing. And then they have the overgrown cat there.
Yes, the fat cat.
Yeah, he's definitely a fat cat. I've got another video that I want to make a short out of him today tearing up his mouse. It was hilarious.
Do you have anything with him in his box? That would be great.
We need to.
Yeah.
He hasn't been as infatuated with the box. I need to move it because anytime we move this box, I guess I better tell everybody the kind of the story. We had an extra cardboard box. You know, cats love boxes, right? So usually they'll get over it in a few days and ignore it. Not this box. This box has been around for 6 months now, and it's like, don't touch my box. And every time I think, okay, he's about over the box, no, he finds it again.
He's like a little kid where you give him a toy and they'll throw the toy away and play with the box.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, Sean in Alaska, I'm not used to seeing Papa Z without a plate.
I know, I'm usually shoving food in his mouth, saying,
Yeah.
here, come taste this.
Well, and Big Bear said it has, this is a fake because you're not in the kitchen.
We talked about it, and Keith's like, I'm not standing there for, 2 hours or whatever in the kitchen. So
I don't blame him. Don't blame him.
Not at all.
Uh-uh.
What would you even make that's going to take 2 hours?
They can't hear you, Daryl.
yeah,
You need
can't hear you.
need to turn your sound up, Daryl, for them to
Okay.
hear you. Oh, look, there
we
we
go.
go.
I bet they can hear me now.
Yes, they can hear
Yeah.
you now.
So what would you make that would take 2 hours?
Oh, not much. I am a firm believer. I don't even use my crock pot that much because since I discovered the pressure cooker and my grill, my air fryer, I am all about quick and easy. Not that you can't have good meals that are quick and easy, but I've got a crock pot, and I keep saying I need to put out some crock pot videos. I just don't have the patience for it anymore, especially to film them.
Well, it's a little bit harder on a live stream.
Do them on Fridays when you start it before you go to work and then finish up your video when you get home.
Yeah, we've talked about doing that too, just so I just don't have the patience for it, so.
Ooh, lamb roast. That sounds good, Darren. Nathan is saying something about do nut kisses. You knew it was going to come up.
It had to.
Yep, you knew it was going to.
With friends like these,
You don't need enemies. No, especially when one chases kids around with a assault rifle.
Exactly.
Oh my God, guys! Watching Nathan chase after a bunch of homesteader kids that dared him. You can't get us. He had a salt, like table salt rifle.
Mm-hmm.
He chased those kids all over Big Bear Homestead with them screaming. We all laughed so hard.
You
It
laughed
was
the most.
comical.
You laughed. We broke you several times.
Well, it's like, why would you do that to, an Army vet that was kind of his specialty?
Yeah. Oh.
It's like, y'all are just a glutton for punishment. And he had more fun. It was great.
Nathan, they did
Don't
not provoke
go with
it.
the octopus.
No. Look at her. Good one, Keith. Touche, Keith. Yes. So now everybody has to go look for the octopus icon. Put that up there for Miss Misty. Naked Gardeners, how are you? Leprechaun TV, is everything okay in Cleveland? I hope it is.
So is she gonna
this coming weekend on our live show? Is she going to cook an octopus thingy?
Nope. There will never be an octopus in my kitchen. When we first started dating, he ate octopus sushi. And it was almost a deal breaker for me because it was like they still had the little suckers on them. So yeah,
That's the best part.
Sort of like the oysters.
I was going to say she could do Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh Lord, no! I broke myself that
no,
night. We were talking
Rocky
about
Mountain
those.
oysters,
Yeah.
I have cooked them before, ate them before, but it's probably been 20 years. I grew up in a town of 500 people.
Well, you have whole new ways to make them then now with your pressure cookers and your
I would throw 'em
air
on the grill.
fryers.
Yeah, you can air fry them. They're mistaken.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can blow them up that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in a country rural community. You know, people talk, I grew up in a little town of, they'll say it around here, Conroe's 80,000 people. Well, it's more than that now. It's close to 100,000 people. Oh, yeah, it's a little town. Well, yeah, compared to Houston, but I grew up in a town of 500 people. So when I tell people I grew up in the rural, I grew up in the rural. So my granddad had a black-eyed pea farm. And I spent a lot of time, about 3 miles from our house that I grew up in, and I spent a lot of time out there on the farm growing up. And then I married a city boy.
Not even a Texan city boy.
No, he's
I'm
Texas.
from Texas.
Oh, you're from Texas? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How did I miss
born and
that?
raised.
I don't know.
I thought he was a northerner.
His family is from Minnesota.
Gotcha. Well, that's not northern.
His dad and that part of the family, but he was born in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Didn't know that.
He just grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
Cool. Kilted Gardener, as long as you make it sweet and sour. And they put in a lot of octopus icons here for you, Misty. Such a great group here for you.
I know. I love them.
Yeah, me too, Ted. That's why I got married 3 times.
Right.
Yeah, Misty's from Oklahoma. Right, Samson Farms.
Nathan, don't make me.
Get the assault rifle out on you.
Exactly.
So how did you come up with your channel name?
Okay, so the way I came up with my channel name, it was first a jelly business that I had that, I was trying to think of names, 6 years ago now, probably?
Yeah.
And a lady at church, and we were talking about, my oldest son was fixing to give birth to my oldest grandchild, and I'm like, I don't even know what I want to be called. And she's like, well, what about Mama Z? Or she first said Big Mama Z. And I didn't like the big part. That's before I had my weight loss surgery. It's like, well, let's not emphasize that too much, And then the Mama Z kind of stuck. So I turned it into a jelly making business. And, especially like this time of year around the holidays, I'd make jars of jelly and, especially people at church and that kind of stuff. It was just extra.
Mama Z's Jelly Bellies.
Mama Z's Jelly Bellies.
Yeah, Mama Z's Jelly Bellies.
That's cute. That's a good name to put on your jams.
So when I decided that I was going to do YouTube, it was a year ago in October. Well, I actually started thinking about it the summer before and talking to him about it. And he's like, okay, if that's what, he's going to support me whatever I do because he knows it does absolutely no good to say no when I set my mind on something. He's a good husband about that. And so I thought, well, what am I going to call it? Well, first of all, what am I going to do? Because I really was kind of entranced with the whole YouTube thing. So what can I do? Well, I can cook. That's what I can do. I was blessed with a mother that she makes my cooking look like lunch lady stuff. I mean, she is a phenomenal cook. And I said, okay, I could do that. So then what are we going to do from there? And I asked him, I said, what about Mama Z's Texas Kitchen? And it was like immediate, like, yep, that's the one. So.
Does your residing in Texas have anything to do with that?
Oh, you know it. You know, us Texans, we are pretty proud to be Texans and to be in our state. And it says a lot about what I cook, too. A lot of the things that I cook are very unique to Texas. Mm-hmm. So that was, and I'm a proud Texan. I mean, I'm about a 4th or 5th generation Texan.
I like that. She did a fried chicken last week recipe.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know me, I like fried chicken.
Well,
Fried steak.
I was only wondering, just
gravy,
just
mashed potatoes,
thinking over
everything I should need.
Just thinking over here in the corner, wondering, it could have been Mama Z's Idaho Bistro, or
yeah, that would work. Uh-huh.
I've been to Idaho or Ohio. I've been to Ohio.
Yep, she's been to Dayton.
Been to Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
Summer before last, and for a pastor's conference. For those who don't know, I do work part-time for a church as well. I've been on staff for 6 years now. And so summer before last, they had the big national conference for our particular denomination up in Dayton, Ohio, and I got to go. So that was the first time. They'll take so many people and staff every year. So I went up there, and we stayed in a 1803 farmhouse Airbnb that was out in the middle of nowhere outside of Dayton in this little bitty town that I can't remember the name of it now. But it was so neat and so peaceful, and I'm like, man, I got to get back to the country. It's gorgeous in the summer. I don't think I'd want to be there in the winter.
Don't answer it.
we have somebody on the phone.
We don't have the porch light on. You shouldn't be answering the door.
All right, let's find out who we have here. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hello, my friend. It is me, Rajim Ahmed.
Mr. Ahmed.
There he is.
How are you doing this evening?
Oh, the internet is very patchy over here right now. We just you got them suicide bombers. They just don't know how to stay in their lane, and they just come in and boop.
So how
I knew that wouldn't take long.
how are things in your backyard? Are you chasing cows this evening?
Oh no! Don't chase the cows. Goat. I had to poo earlier, so I had to run down a goat.
Oh Lordy.
So I'm very, 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 very excited for your guest tonight. She's a big hit over here in Afghanistan. We love the Mama Z. We love to watch her cook.
What's your favorite dish?
Well, that's what we was going to ask.
Okay.
See, a lot of people think because we in the desert, we don't like the seafood. But we do like the seafood. And we would like to see some octopus being cooked in the Mama Z Texas kitchen, Texas style. There's a certain point. All you have to do is just sit there. He'll throw it at you. You can just pick it up and then just throw it in the pan. It may flop around a little bit.
Ahmed,
but hey, you just gotta whack it.
Ahmed, she's broken.
You just got to choke. You just got to choke the life out of that part of the chicken.
Ahmed, she's broken. There she goes. She's broken. Yep. Naturally NC. Here we go. Yep. He broke her.
With friends like these guys, I'm telling you.
You sit down there in the ocean, he swim by, he throw it to you, you bring it home, throw it in the pan, it may flop around, you just smug it. Maybe a little salt, little pepper. I don't know.
I told her all you gotta do is hit it with the hammer real quick.
There you go. Hammer time.
Squirt all the
That's
paint
it.
out. You know, and it's good
Yeah.
to go. Chop it up.
What about duck? What about duck? Do you cook the duck? The duck, that one's got little barbs on it and does a corkscrew thing, but you can cook that one.
Oh no, we learned about the duck on Marco. Remember, like 2 weeks ago. See, D, Misty broke first. It wasn't me. Oh yeah, you should. When we all got together in September at Ahmed's, Misty was broken a few times.
Just eat it, Missy.
You just unfortunately, Mama Z, you cannot come to Afghanistan. You can't come because you got all the women all upset over here with your nut kisses. You can't come to Afghanistan.
I told her to leave it on there as clickbait. She wouldn't do it.
No. There's a whole audience here that has no idea what you're probably talking about those stupid nut kisses.
Darren wants the duck story shared with the room. That would be a Jason story, Darren.
That is not very family friendly, Darren.
No, it's not.
No.
No,
You know
it's
what
not.
that story.
Especially for you guys in Australia. You guys cannot do a lot.
Okay?
Oh my goodness.
That's definitely not blacksmith material.
No.
Oh.
Actually, neither is
Put that in your forge and smoke it, that's for sure.
Actually, neither is the octopus story.
No, it's not. Ugh.
She likes octopus. She just don't want to admit it.
Red.
Well, it's like they say, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's got thorns like a duck. Might
It's
be a
probably
duck.
an octopus.
Ahmed got quiet.
I just wonder, in the ocean, is it like, you just swimming along and all of a sudden, whack! There it is. The octopus came by. He got a little scared.
So
We're going to go Google and see what the joke is, I'm sure.
Would it be a male or a female octopus, Ahmed?
Well, it had to be the boy that come by and slap you in the face.
How would you know?
I guess
Don't know. I just assume.
I guess it depends on whether or not it's been removed yet.
Hey, Teresa. I can
Be a
see
very
the chat
challenging
here.
experience.
Okay, so City Girls want me to tell about the nut kisses. So let me tell the story. I put out a video called Nut Kisses. They are basically candied pecans. And that's what my mom calls them, is nut kisses. And that's what I titled the video. Well, all of my beautiful friends here go left with it immediately. And they have not ceased to give me a hard time about it.
It was with it all.
Oh, Lord, do we have to... Nathan! So I immediately went, because I didn't think about it, because that's just what we've always called them, So I immediately went and changed it to pecan kisses. But they're never going to let me live it down. My own daughter...
Keith, is that your nickname, Keith?
What?
Pecan?
Pecan.
He got it right away.
So, my own daughter was like, Mom, I knew immediately, and laughed about it, was telling Rebecca, her best friend, I'm like, and you didn't bother to say anything before we put the video out. She's like, no, I thought you got it. Leave it to a teenager to catch stuff. So that's the story on the neck kisses.
And,
Oh, Lord.
And we have another caller.
I'm afraid. Here we go, Misty.
Me too.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Oh, it's nobody.
Oh,
Well, Nathan.
Somebody said a potty mouth word.
A potty mouth word? We were talking about pecans. What were you talking about?
Uh-huh. I heard it.
So what have you been up to, Mr. Nathan?
Nah, about 5'3".
Yeah.
And full of the poop.
5 foot.
hi, Nathan.
Hola.
He's up to 5'3" when he steps off the curb.
Maybe. If even.
Someone take him out at the kneecap.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you keep
What's
talking to me
that?
like that, Keith, and you won't get no more nut kisses from Misty.
The look.
Pucker up, big boy.
Telling y'all, with friends like these.
Who needs nut kisses?
Ooh.
So, Misty, let's talk about some of the shorts you've been doing here lately.
Okay,
I mean, since we were kind of into that subject anyway, a little bit, sort of.
sure.
Oh, he made a penis joke.
Who said that? Oh, where's my towel? Oh, it's Darren. It has to be Darren.
Oh, and they are coming. So here we go. This is Daryl, please. Who's calling?
Tell me about it, D.
This is Daryl. Who's calling,
This is
please?
Daryl from Great Cold Mother. I would like to ask the Mama Z a question.
Go right ahead.
Mama Z, I am a very big fan of you down here in the Great Cold Mother, Russia. I would like you to do a copycat recipe of the American hamburger. I think you guys call it the Whopper. Putin will not let Burger King. He only has Russian Queen.
So they want you to do a Whopper recipe.
How about
Yes,
a Whopper?
very much.
Yeah, Ahmed's the one with all the whoppers this evening.
All right.
This is not me. I don't know who did it.
All
I
right.
don't have any Russian
have-
friends.
we
Russians
have-
come to Afghanistan, they mess anything up, and then they leave.
All right. We have two
This
more.
is not true.
Okay, we have two more people on the line, so let me get them in the room here. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Stronghold and Faith Farm.
Well, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing just fine. Now we have Ahmed on the line. We have Nathan on the line. I'm sorry, we have a Russian on the line,
Me.
and we have one more to get into the room here, and they are joining right
Russians
now.
say we.
Okay, and we also have an Australian on the line.
Oh, Lord. And
So
I'm just normal, so.
I just wanted to know if the whole idea. I just wanted to know if the whole idea behind nut kisses came about because Mama and Papa really love each other.
And we're back on the nut kisses.
Well,
What are
You need to know, you know like what they say. You know,
understand.
you know what they say. You can't just have one.
I just wanted to call in and say thank you to Two Family Homestead for the collab video you did with Copper Kettle Farms on Canva, because I actually now have great channel art and my own personal logo, and I wanted to thank Copper Kettle Farms. I'm not trying to take anything away from Mama Z's Kitchen, So I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, you're
no,
fine.
you're fine. You're fine.
You're fine. You talk up Crystal all you want. She's amazing.
Absolutely. I've learned a lot from Crystal. I ask her stuff all the time. Crystal and Marco. Crystal, how do you do this?
Yeah.
I had no idea about it, and right now I don't have a laptop, so all my editing, if I do any, is through my phone, and watching that actually helped me get the artwork and the logo that I was needing.
Good.
So
I'm glad they're helping someone.
That's great. So we'll go ahead and put an ad in for ourselves here. On Tuesdays we do the Tuesday Tech thing, and from time to time we do have a guest speaker that talks about things that I don't deal with. I don't deal with editing on the phone. My fingers are too fat for that. So we get somebody like Crystal that comes in and knows all about that end of it. Other times we'll get people like Big Bear maybe talking about some editing programs that we don't use here. If it has to do with Power Director or Filmora or well, there's a few other ones that we use. We do all that kind of stuff on Tuesday evenings, and on Thursday evenings we do some channel reviews and talk to you about why it's so important to have channel banners and channel logos and
nut kisses.
And nut kisses.
Is that American time or Russian time?
So I'm back out of here. You guys go right ahead.
Young lady, just remember, Nana can tell. Busted!
Oh, we call that
Carol.
busted.
Carol.
I just wanted to say that and thank y'all, and I'm going to get off here and watch the video because I hear my grandkids coming home, and I got to go say hi to them before I have to lock up my room again because we're still in COVID quarantine here.
Oh Lord. So. Yeah, you go get those grandkids.
Thank y'all. Have a good night.
You
All
too.
right, thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling.
Good night.
Have a nice day.
And yes, Dee, that's Lucky behind Misty's head.
That's our fat kitty.
So I would like to be knowing, do you cook the cat or do you just let it lay on the couch?
She only cooks cat on Chinese night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He lays right here.
Now we know we kiss the nuts, but do you cook them?
You turn and look at the camera. Pretty thing.
Kilda Gardner was talking about a recipe before that maybe Papa Z could make to repay Mama Z. Tongue tacos.
Damn you, Darren. I got an itch.
Oh my God.
Sabrina, get your towel ready.
Well, I have to say, on Thursday, we're going to be celebrating 15 years of marriage.
Well, that's wonderful.
My condolences, Keith.
I was just...
And come Friday on Marco Polo, he's going to be smiling from ear to ear.
Is that going to be his anniversary gift? Octopus.
Oh God.
No.
D,
No.
D, there she goes.
Cook it.
That cattail behind her head looks like an octopus tentacle.
Tentacle.
It was a drive-by octopusing.
Oh my God.
Oh, tongue tacos with nut kisses. Oh my God.
Well, this just went. How do you Americans say it? Very downhill, very fast.
Yeah, well, really? God,
I'm going to start it.
God, Linda.
Don't blame me.
You're that old that
Don't blame me. I just try to understand American culture.
50
Thank you.
years,
Stop
Linda?
beating me up with your tail.
I just wonder one thing. They say everything is bigger in Texas. Is that including the octopus?
Yes, yes, it is.
Well, it definitely is. It definitely counts for the
Definitely bigger
cat.
than Georgia.
Misty,
Yes.
is that salt water or fresh water?
It depends on how much Keith was walking.
All right, we have another caller. Hold on here. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
I may be in trouble for this, but it's City Girl Country Heart.
Well, hello, Terry. How you doing?
Somebody has a sound. Somebody has a sound on their computer. We can hear feedback.
I just turned it down.
Okay, it was you.
What that was on?
Busted.
Everybody else knows the rules.
Somebody dropped off.
I was smart. I went to the bathroom before I even called. I learned my lesson 2 months ago.
Too.
Tinkle, tinkle, little Terry.
Considering what Jason put me through 2 months ago, yeah. I know better.
It wasn't just
Talk
Jason.
about choking chickens and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't just.
I have my
She must
own
have went to
chicken.
Myrtle Beach.
It wasn't just
She must have went
Jason.
to the beach and go swimming.
I know it wasn't just him. It was overseas, too.
Hey, I have my own chickens that I get to choke. So I can choke my own chicken.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not on camera tonight.
I'm glad Missy is.
I'm going to move, so I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, my
Paybacks.
gosh.
Paybacks, Darren. Paybacks. Just remember, March. March.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you better believe I'm going to be on that phone call.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There's some creatures in here. We better behave.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Octopus
And thing
fried
is-
duck fat. Okay.
Well,
Did the Russian leave?
you know she's going to.
Yeah, somebody dropped off. I think it was your Russian.
Yeah,
Octopus
Misty is going to have to do an octopus series on Saturdays here. It just has
Yeah,
to
most
be.
definitely.
I don't even know how to cook. I grew up in North Central Texas. My idea of seafood was fried catfish and fried shrimp.
Jess,
That's
Jess,
how I
yes, you
met him.
did.
Well, Misty, I mean, I thought it was already explained to you. You just rip off a piece of it. And
It does.
I bet she need to call Lorena Bobbitt. If she called Lorena Bobbitt, I bet she get a recipe.
If you slow cook it in a pair of pantyhose, it keeps all the parts attached.
Get yourself one of those big seafood pots. You could cook it in one of them.
Oh, well, that be gumbo.
Can I make gumbo out of it?
Oh, Keith, that was good. It's pretty bad when your own husband helps in the conversation.
Don't y'all think that he's all quiet and innocent? No.
we never thought that for a
There's
second. Did
nothing
we?
innocent about a guy who gets nut kisses.
Who, me? I no.
Yeah, this is Mama Z's blush hour. She's doing.
She's
She doesn't even need blush on. Crystal, she's doing rather well.
I've seen beats paler than Misty.
I just want to know how many people put on Depends before this episode.
Right?
Well, I know Sabrina did.
Depends on how many people need them.
See blush hour.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of it.
Misty, naturally NC thinks you should totally learn an octopus dish.
Yes.
Oh,
And Keith
great
agrees.
God. Kelsey Gardner.
I wonder if
You've
if we
gotta-
could get some freeze dried octopus from Amazon.
You've
Ew.
got to wrap your lips around some octopus.
I imagine they'd have it at the seafood market.
Probably
In an octopus garden.
in an octopus garden.
I heard it is something. They're pretty good.
Was that a Beatles song? An octopus garden?
I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
It is, of course, Darren.
This cat
In
is
an
beating me up
octopus's
with
garden in the
his tail.
shade.
Am I in your spot, Lucky? You just pray turn around and knock the crap out of me in a minute. He's not used to me being over here.
Quit invading his space.
Right?
It's so hard to watch when we're talking about the octopus and you look up there and the cat's tail is just slapping
I know. I've been thinking the same thing.
I'm telling you,
Right behind her head.
I'm telling you, that's an octopus up there.
Just fix it and pull it off and throw it at her.
Y'all don't encourage you.
And you don't even
Oh,
need
God.
you don't even need electricity for that one. It looks like it's going by itself.
So
Come subscribe to
All
my
you need to do
channel.
is give it a. All you need to do is give the cat a Spanish accent right now. Ew, hello.
so when it still wiggles like that, does that mean it's freshly removed?
Give it a French accent.
Hello, Robin.
For those who didn't see, can you tell us
I
about
just
your
saw.
version of fountain toast cheese?
I just saw that. Robin has
Look,
a
Look, Robin's in here trying to bring it back to True North. Can you tell us about your version of fountain toast cheese?
This is a two-family live stream. It's not going to go normal.
I think normal's gone out the window about now.
I can talk about my
Oh,
pimento
go.
cheese.
Well, okay, we're listening.
So I did a pimento cheese short. And you were asking about the shorts. Yes, I've been having some pretty good success with doing the shorts. We've got another one coming out tomorrow. But anyway, my pimento cheese, my mom had never put cream cheese in her pimento cheese. She just made it with straight cheese. And so I did that recipe on a short. And so Robin asked me, she's like, how do you get it creamy? I've always had it with, I'm going to go last year, but probably. Somebody's going to go with this.
creamy.
No,
Creamy?
you have to beat it.
I heard that.
All right, everybody, hold on. We have another person waiting on the phone here. Let me get him in here.
She has to come back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she needs time to cool off
she
here
needs
anyway.
time to come back.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
It's nobody again.
Oh,
Hey,
he has
knock it off.
returned. Okay. All right, Misty, continue.
All right. So when you make your pimento cheese, mix it with a blender, and it makes it extremely creamy, and you don't have to put cream cheese in it. But it does have. I've used salad dressing, Miracle Whip, versus mayonnaise, and that's just what I grew up eating. But you could use whatever you wanted. But it did really well. It actually hit the shelf last night, and I got probably 2,500 views on it, so somewhere in there.
We
Before
could do it like that. Creamy octopus.
no, stop. Before the
Is that before or after? Keith?
before it was, yeah, it hit the shelf before YouTube went down last night. So if y'all didn't know about that, YouTube actually and Google and Gmail went down last night overnight.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah.
They must have been getting some nut kisses.
There was an octopus attack.
Nut kisses.
Nut kisses.
Yep.
Somebody was giving YouTube nut kisses.
Short circuited.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny. So, but yeah, I had a short that I did hot chocolate, and it got it to date. It's got about 76,000 views on it, and I picked up nearly 400 subscribers off that one short. So I've got I put the mocha one out. I'm waiting for it to hit the shelf to see if it does the same. It takes about 3 days for them to hit the shelf. So, or it's been in my experience it has. I know Crystal, some of hers have pretty much hit immediately. Mine haven't done that.
Yeah, Crystal's just blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My adult supervision has joined the party in the chat room.
You think?
The one that has all the common sense, Nathan?
I've done said too much.
Octopus pimento cheese sandwiches. Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful.
There you go.
That sounds wonderful, Robert.
I bet that'll be creamy.
Would you believe I've tried pimento cheese and I don't like it. I think it's nasty.
Get out of South Carolina.
I'm from New Jersey.
Go
I'm a
back to
Yankee
Jersey.
transplanted in the South trying to do Southern crud.
Go back to Jersey.
Try making it, try making it the way I made it without the cream cheese and see if you like it better.
I got more snow than Jersey last year. No.
Misty Stronghold in Faith Farm wants to know if Keith, are you retired Navy?
No.
And let's see, there was another one. Oh, Naturally NC. Who's your favorite cooking channel to watch?
Oh, probably one of my absolute favorite cooking channels. I've got several, and I watch a lot of them. But I watch nearly everything that Paula Deen puts out. I've been a Paula Deen fan since back in the day.
Surprise
and
look.
now that she is doing YouTube, I've really enjoyed her. But there are others too. I mean, Cooking with Doug. I love his channel. I watch some of Sam the Cooking Guy a little bit. He's not bad. I mean, I know he's the #1 guy on YouTube, so I go and watch. But as far as cooking channels go, but there's a lot of them. Laura in the Kitchen, I watch her channel. A lot of what I'm doing when I go and watch some of these cooking channels is I'm learning. I'm learning from these big cooking channels, and because my goal is to be up there with them. You know, when I started YouTube, my husband can tell you about this. I'm an Aries, and I'd never do anything halfway. I worked in corrections for about 13 years. I was a correctional officer, and nobody usually, well, very few people last that long. But it's just because I have no quit in me.
Stay away from the story topic.
Someone to know what dish you think represents.
The one dish that represents Texas food is probably going to surprise you because a lot of people would say barbecue. I'm going to disagree with that. Yes, the barbecue in Texas is like none other. But the one dish that represents Texas more than any other is chicken fried steak.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs.
Octopus.
Creamy octopus.
I'm leaving it alone.
I mean, they don't call it Texas chicken fried steak for nothing.
I never leave it alone.
And there's a difference if you see somebody say country steak versus chicken fried steak. It is two different things. And I personally hate chicken fried steak.
Well, what is the difference between those, Misty?
The difference is the chicken fried steak has usually a milk or buttermilk batter. A country fried steak is rolled around in breadcrumbs.
So it's a schnitzel.
Pretty much.
Almost, but schnitzel is pounded.
Like choking the chicken.
And thank you, Sherry.
Walked right into that one. Sure did, Darren. I walked right into that one.
Just kicked the door wide open once, walked right on in.
I sure did.
You gotta love it when she does it to herself.
Oh, look at this big wide open door here. Let me just walk right through.
Well, okay, Misty, I have a question. Misty, so you've mentioned chicken fried steak. Okay, so are there other chicken fried items like chicken fried chicken, chicken fried
Absolutely. I
fish,
just put the video out.
chicken
Yes.
fried fish, chicken
Yes.
fried octopus?
You can chicken fry anything you want to,
Fish.
and it would probably be, other than the octopus, be pretty damn good.
Okay, what is the one misconception about Texas food?
That we're either all Tex-Mex or all barbecue. That's what, when I first started doing YouTube, I was in one of the bigger, well, it's Nick, I think it's Nick Neiman's group, and I was talking about, you know, my channel and stuff, and they were like, oh, well, Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, you ought to be making Tex-Mex, Mexican food.
I did see that a lot.
And I'm like, but I'm about as white as you possibly can be. I do have some good Tex-Mex recipes.
She is, Terry. I met her. She is.
I
No,
am
she's
Celtic
red.
descent, all
She's
right?
red. Look at her.
You got that
Mostly
hard
red.
skin like
Misconception
me.
of people
Pure white.
that Texans, we all, now, I love me some good Mexican food, don't get me wrong, but that's, I don't cook it very often. If I'm going to eat it, I'm going to go to a good Mexican food restaurant here in town. We've got plenty of them. There's one on every corner. I do have a few recipes, but that's not my specialty, you know, because that's not my heritage. But most Texas cooks, we cook like I cook, country, homegrown food, and that was very important for me, is to show what we real Texans eat. We don't eat margaritas and, you know, enchiladas every
I don't eat a margarita either. I drink it.
I knew someone
of
was
them.
going to say that. I knew it.
But if it's frozen, you can chew it.
Yeah, there you go.
You stir it with
And
the
the other
octopus.
is that everybody in Texas
Oh,
all we
wow.
eat is barbecue.
You can use
I
it
have-
as a straw.
Barbecue maybe once every 4 or 5 months. We've got some great smokehouses here in town, but I don't
Wait a
cook
minute.
much barbecue.
Misty is pasty?
That's what Dee
I
says.
see that.
Dee says she's red at the moment, but she's pasty like me.
Get your head right now.
Yeah. I'm very, very white. I can't be out in the sun that much, or I burn. There's no doubt about that.
There's nothing white about my skin.
Tell us how you feel about
Okay, on a serious question. Misty,
Dee,
Yes.
that's good.
You serious?
have you guys had a lot of rain down there?
We have. It rained quite a bit yesterday. Yes.
Because my one buddy, Paul, his name is Paul Sweetland. He just posted a picture, and it said, okay, who had feral hogs starting in Navy for finishing off 2020? And there's a feral hog on this, like, floating
Refrigerator
dock
door.
down by his house. It's literally sitting on there, and it's just floating down I guess it's down the river by his house. So
Where
I
does
just
it
wondered how
live?
much
I
rain
think
y'all had.
East Texas probably had a little bit more than we did, but yeah, it rained all day yesterday.
Well, someone probably mailed ordered a fridge and the pig to fill it.
That's another
They have to pay shipping, though.
misconception about Texas. When somebody said, "Oh, you live in Conroe and so and so lives in Dallas," you could just run up. That's a 4-hour trip. I mean, Texas, you can drive from one corner of Texas to the other corner of Texas, and it'd take you 2 days. I mean, Texas is a huge state. It takes us 6 hours to get to my parents' house in North Texas.
close to it, yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know,
So-
it's a good thing Texas is a huge state. There's many Californians that are moving there.
oh, don't get me going on that, Daryl. Don't get me going. I saw the other day that Tesla was moving to Texas, and our governor gets all excited. Yay! I'm like, stop letting them in. Stop. We don't need no more California people in Texas because they don't come to Texas and adopt Texas values or Texas way of life. They would bring their California way of life to Texas. It's like maybe we should have built that border wall on the other border.
Well, or or maybe they've just had enough of California too.
No offense to our California friends that may be in here.
Yeah, my sister's in here. Or she was.
No, there's
I
some
have a
great
serious
people in
question.
California. It's not my biggest problem with the amount of people that are moving to Texas right now. It's not the people. I joke when I say that. The problem is that because we've had such a huge influx of people, it's caused the housing market to go way up, the rent market to go way up, and it's making things a whole lot harder to afford. Used to, when we first moved to Conroe, we rented a little duplex, and this was 12 years ago, so it's been a minute. But we rented this little complex, 2-bedroom, 1-bath duplex for like $550 a month. Now that very same duplex rents for over $1,000 a month, and I guarantee you it's not in any better condition than it was than when we moved in it.
Oh, wow.
But that's just because our town that we live in was about 60,000 people when we first moved here, and it still had somewhat of a small town feel to it because it's so spread out. Now it is over 100,000 people, and there's so much traffic and so much crap that it's just awful.
Well, Darren said he had a real question. Go ahead, Darren.
Okay.
All right. What is a pimento?
That's a good
It's
question.
a small
I know
sweet pepper.
It's a pepper.
plant.
It's a sweet pepper.
Darren, that was a car that was built by Ford.
That was.
That's a pinto.
Pinto, and I own
That's
one of those.
that's a bean.
Crap car I ever owned, but it ran. I mean, you were always afraid it was going to blow up every time because you could smell the gas when you turned it on. It was bad, but it got good gas mileage.
I'm sorry. Go back to your answer.
I had a Pinto station wagon, Misty, a yellow one.
Mine was
Yeah,
black.
but the
That's what
pintos
I
are
had.
named after horses, not beans.
But yes.
I got a question for Misty.
Okay.
Of all the things that you cook on your channel, and I will say this, I gain weight every time I look at your channel because all those videos are so delicious looking.
Thank you.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
Oh gosh.
Nut kisses.
I like to eat, so I enjoy food. I don't eat as much as I used to, so I had weight loss surgery. But I enjoy cooking, and I enjoy cooking for my family and friends. Probably one of my favorite dishes, and it's kind of a signature dish, and I've done a video on it. Is my green chili enchiladas. Anytime we had a potluck at church, anything like that, they're like, oh. But see, my green chili enchiladas there is nothing traditional about them. There was a group of us girls, we were barely 19, 20 years, we weren't even 20 yet, 19 years old. My ex-husband and his buddies, they all went out one night and left us alone. And I won't even say what we were doing, but we all got the munchies.
Oh, come on!
So we were at one of the guys' houses. They left us there, and so we raided his kitchen, and we just put this recipe together, just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The best recipes come up that way, and each one of us have kind of changed it up a little bit and done our own twist with it, but. That is a true throw crap together, and it turned out so good that it's one of my most requested dishes that I make.
Yeah.
You like it when someone...
Like Cantonese, you know how you love a seafood.
I I'm not a huge fan of seafood.
See,
Unless
I love seafood, but she don't.
I like catfish. I like
Fried shrimp.
fried shrimp. Now, I did eat some sushi that had tuna in it that was really good.
You like calamari.
Oh my God.
And I like calamari. Like crawfish.
Calamari is octopus.
Oh, it's squid.
Calamari squid, but close enough.
It's related.
Same family.
It's
Same
it's
family.
I like
related.
bearded clams.
I like oysters.
You know, when we moved down to Southeast Texas, their big, because it's so close to Louisiana, their big thing was crawfish, which I grew up calling crawdads. We played with them. You know, we got them out of the tank and let them fight each other. I never thought about eating one of the dang things. They're okay, and I know all my Cajun friends are going like, what? But here's the thing, for me, they're too much work for a little bitty piece of meat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I said the first time I had them.
Yeah. I put so much effort into something, it better have more meat on it than that. My God.
It's gotta have a good amount of meat to enjoy it.
Oh, man.
Somebody's banging on the table. Not sure if it's Ahmed or Darren.
I know.
I'm fine.
Oh, it has to be Jason.
Broke Ahmed.
The other time, I could hear. I could tell the laugh. We did break them.
Is that Robin on the phone?
No, that's Jason. That's Jason laughing.
I'm not the one thinking about how big the meat is.
But I really like boudin. I know you had boudin.
Well, they say everything's bigger in Texas.
You are sure right
Not
there. It is.
Some things we don't need to know about.
Oh my goodness.
Drink your water, Misty. Don't spit it out. Drink your water.
I'm putting you guys on mute for a minute.
Guess you needed to pee again.
Oh, wonder if Robin started laughing.
So we're talking about
Heard her in the background.
misconceptions about Texas. We don't all ride horses to the drive-throughs. I see that all the time. That don't happen.
We all
Seen
ride
the
kangaroos
commercial
through.
Texans riding their horses up to a McDonald's or something. I'm like, I don't think I've ever known in my 47 years anybody who's actually done that.
Well, wouldn't the horse count as a pedestrian and not allowed to be served?
Depends on if you staple a license plate to the rear end or not.
There you go. Yeah, we don't all own horses. Though I grew up, my family, I had uncles that rodeoed. I have cousins that train cutting horses. So I've got a lot of that in my family, but
And I've never even ridden a horse, so.
I'm back.
Did you see Keith roll his eyes with that last statement? I noticed that. I noticed that. Oh my goodness.
well, when
Talking something about riding something? I don't know.
horses, Daryl, horses.
I'm leaving that comment alone.
I don't
Well, I
blame
guess
you.
everybody's got nicknames. What can I say?
Giddy up.
Wilbur.
Save the horse and ride a cowboy.
And I ain't no good at that.
If you must.
I mean, I'm sure Little Pony came from somewhere.
Depends how big his hat is.
My ex, that's
So
where
much
it came
for
from.
this video getting monetized. They're just gonna go click.
Somebody got a Shetland pony for Christmas.
These are two Samsons going to be on here next week.
Boycott next week.
Oh, we're gonna roast the troll.
No, there's no boycotting next week, not one bit.
No.
I ain't
I think
missing
there's
that
going
one
to
for
be a
nothing.
lot of people calling in.
Joke's on y'all. I know how to behave myself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
Just because I choose not to doesn't mean nothing.
You behave yourself as well as me, Jason, and Darren behave ourselves.
Hey, leave my name out of this. I'm always an angel.
I'm on spice.
Yeah, your wings are just as crooked as mine.
Yeah, well, it's because you use your underwires to hold yours up with.
Wait,
There she
Jason has
goes.
underwires?
No, Terry.
Have you not seen those thumbnails?
Oh, Lord, you're bad. Y'all see what I put up with, man? I'm the good one here. I work for a church. Y'all remember that, right?
Good one, nothing. You're the one that gives us all these bad ideas. And we just roll
Cinemax,
with it.
yep. Crystal Cinemax Homestead. Oh, and then March 22nd. That's another night everyone's going to have to.
Oh, that's going to be a good night, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's when we go overseas.
Yep.
Me picking up a lot of octopus on the way.
And kangaroo and koalas.
Everyone loves to go down under.
Sherry, did you read that article I posted you the other day when you showed that koala on Facebook?
Yes,
about
I did.
Gumnut the koala?
Yes, I did.
I didn't get a response, so I figured you were too busy laughing.
We just got to keep it in our pouches when we go there.
Dear Jesus.
Right.
I don't think he's going to help, Misty. Not with me, anyway.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Red, you're innocent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know what you do on the side. Try again.
Oh, boy.
That's not what I meant.
We know how you make that money on the side there, Leroy Jenkins.
Poor Red.
We're on to you, boy.
Yeah, she sells the paper media on the side.
Judy, I'm drinking my water.
She does. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah, because she talked about it.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if Sherry and Daryl are just like, all right, I got $5 that says the moment we open up the phone lines within 5 minutes, this goes sideways.
Especially when
because it's like, okay, first one's going to be Ahmed.
Well,
especially when we know
it
who the
only
guest
goes
is.
sideways when you call in first.
So why are you trying to blame me?
The ones that go really
Because it's a given.
I'm just going off statistics.
D.
Yeah, statistics says
I mean,
when you call in first, it's going to go sideways.
D.
I mean, here's the least common denominator here.
D. I sent the second book to Jason, and the first one was in Hebrew, and I sent that to Jason too. Yeah, Susan, we might want to start ducking because they're going to be lightning pretty soon. Yep.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, Miss
I
Innocent.
done had to go put my hip waders on.
Yeah, my feet are up on my the legs of my chair, whatever they
Your
are.
ears? It's like when
Not even going to respond to that one,
ago.
Terry, because that one will really go downhill fast.
I get tickled at guys who will say something off colored or something. They'll, excuse me,
Sabrina.
Being polite. I'm like, are you kidding? I worked at a prison the adult prison for 12 years and the juvenile prison for 3 years. If you think these ears or this mouth is old,
Her Her mouth.
Especially that mouth.
Her mouth. Oh,
Missy, you're opening that door again. You don't want to do this.
Okay.
man, the first
Well,
time.
we-
The first
I
time.
gotta play
Get
my
on, kick it
correction on my
open.
friends on here.
All right, hold on. We have
The first time I met her on Marco. Oh my God.
we have fresh on the phone here. So hold on.
My condolences.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
It's Copper Kettle Farms, and I figured y'all needed an adult.
Oh, do you have?
Now I do.
Do you have one?
Are you putting Donald on or what?
Yeah. Is Donald still home, Crystal?
Donald is home. That's why it's me that's calling in.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask, are you in the shower?
No, that's
No, I
they're sitting
saved
down
that for
on
Marcos.
5 o'clock in the morning, Jason. You know she's not in the shower.
If y'all just knew what our Marcos look like.
But now that she's here, I do feel like I need an adult. Johnny, you still out there?
Well, I gotta say one thing, because last night because I went live last night just because I was bored out of my mind, and afterwards, Crystal and I were talking about some things, and when I went live, because yesterday I was working on a video for the collaboration that you're doing, Sherry.
Cool.
That bread got burnt last night because I was watching Crystal.
I made you burn your bread.
Okay, we have.
I forgot it was in the oven.
Okay, hold on, folks. Hold on, folks. Hold on.
Oh, we got another one.
Hold on.
Another one to this party line.
Hold on. We have another caller. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Stronghold and Faith Farm.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Stronghold and Faith Farm, Daryl.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
G'day.
Hello.
Welcome to the craziness.
Maybe we
Hello.
do have.
I feel like we're like the Stooges. Hello.
Hello.
Maybe we do have.
Do we both have an adult in the room?
I called back to talk to Misty. You said you were in Southeast Louisiana?
Southeast Texas.
Sorry.
Southeast Texas.
So, how close are you to the Louisiana border?
About 2 hours. 2 hours. We're just north of Houston.
Ah, okay. Yeah. You were talking about how you were talking about food in Texas, and I had put a comment in. I used to drive 18-wheelers for 12 years, so I've been all over the state of Texas. And I had put the comment in, it depended on where you were in Texas.
Absolutely.
East and Southeast Texas, you get normal food, like the chicken fried steak that you're talking about. In fact, I got the best chicken fried steak I've ever had in a little dive in East Texas. Then if you get into Central Texas, you start mixing in kind of everything. You go to North Texas, it's barbecue, brisket, and Northwest Texas, and Southwest Texas is all Tex-Mex.
Yeah, it very much is regional. There is a good blend. I grew up in North Central Texas, just south of Wichita Falls, so that's where we're from, and that's why I didn't grow up like if you're on the Gulf Coast, you're going to be eating seafood. That everybody down here loves seafood, but I don't because I'm not from here. My idea of seafood was fried shrimp and fried catfish. That's what when Granddad and Daddy went fishing, that's what they got was catfish.
She eats frog legs too. Don't let her kid you.
I've had frog legs.
Frog
And
legs are
deer.
good.
We grew up with deer. My dad always had a huge garden, so
I've had
there
a
was
fish taco.
we were always eating garden fresh food and that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
it'd be nice.
Hey, that was below the belt.
Was it
It makes me
spicy?
bring in the dad joke.
I will tell a true story here. I drove a truck for a little while
but it was
myself before my daughter was born, only about 8 months, and then I decided my dad was a truck driver, and I thought, I hadn't done that. I took a break after the prison.
Was it big or small?
An 18-wheeler.
Okay.
I think they're getting off topic again there, Misty.
I know. I'm trying to bring them back to the center here.
Keep on talking, Misty.
And then so
But the Marco group get off topic?
I was in
Never.
Pennsylvania, right outside of Pittsburgh, in a truck stop, and I was having an anchoring for some Mexican food, and I'm like, okay, they've got enchiladas on the menu. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life, was order enchiladas in Pennsylvania. They brought me this plate of, first of all, enchiladas down here, you put them in corn tortillas and not flour. They brought me 2 enchiladas in flour tortillas with, I don't even know what it had on it, but it was just like, and then the rice, the Mexican rice, was rice pilaf, and then the refried beans were like navy beans or something. I mean, it was just so off the wall, not Tex-Mex, not even Mexican as far as I'm concerned. Set it down in front of me, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Y'all watching?
And the lady's like, she heard my accent. She's like, where are you from, honey? And I'm like, Texas. And she's like, can I get you a burger or something? I said, yes, please.
Yeah, and food is totally regional. Everywhere in the country, it doesn't matter where you go. Every region has their own type of food. You go up to the north. If you're from the south and you go north, you're not going to find sweet tea. You're going to find Lipton instant iced tea.
Yep.
If you go up there, you're not going to find a grit. They don't know what the heck a grit is.
No, they don't. They call
which is
That's something you
it's really sad. It's sad because they know what hominy is, and grits ain't nothing but ground up hominy, but they can't figure out how to make a grit out of that hominy.
But if you go from up north to down south, they don't know what a good pizza is. They don't know what hoagies are.
I do.
Scrapple, they do some.
Oh.
Pork roll, they don't, because that's a Jersey thing.
Yes, he is, Sabrina.
One of the best things.
Jason is gassy.
Yeah, he is.
Jason full of hot air. What an unusual thing that is.
That wasn't even me. I had y'all muted. I just unmuted because Ladessa was in here, so that wasn't even me.
Thing I ate up in the Northeast was a rotisserie chicken there was a little pub next to a truck stop, and we ran in there and they were doing rotisserie chickens. My God, that thing was just amazing, succulent. That was probably the best thing outside of Texas I probably ate. That, and there was a truck stop, and you may know where I'm talking about. I want to say it was in Arizona, but it's like huge, and they had all these. It was ran, by the Navajo Nation, and they had a bunch of fast food places in there, but they had a sit-down cafe in there that they made the best fry bread, and that's the first time I'd ever had fry bread, Navajo fry bread. Oh dear God, that place! We would stop there, and I would get extra to put on the truck to take with us. It was so good.
Don't take your analysis that you eat that bread.
I think I know the truck stop you were talking about, but I don't think it's there anymore.
Oh, really? Well, that's too bad. It was great. I love that truck stop. You'd pull in.
I could be wrong, but I don't think it's
the
there.
guys would come out and clean your windows, and they'd jump up on the truck and say, hey, can we clean your windows, fuel you? Absolutely, and that was just part of their service. I love that truck stop.
But food isn't just regional across the country, too. It's actually regional within the states as well.
Absolutely.
Like within your own state. Like I was talking about in Texas. It's the same anywhere in any other state. Take your next door neighbor, Louisiana. It's the same thing. If you're down on I-10 it is nothing but crawfish, seafood, boudin, you know, anything that comes out of the water restaurant.
Absolutely. After Katrina, you know, we had a big influx of Louisiana after Katrina.
Andouille sausage, yep.
But
if you go to North Louisiana,
there's a lot of Cajun.
It's different.
Yeah, there's a lot of Cajun.
And South Georgia is the best
here.
place to get boiled peanuts. Up here in the north part of Georgia, they don't do them as well as they do in South Georgia.
Well, considering that's where
I've never had boiled peanuts yet.
That South Georgia would be the, you know, historical growing place of peanuts, that makes common sense.
So we're saying there's good nuts in South Georgia?
Well,
I didn't
excuse me.
Well, it depends on what part of South Georgia you're talking about now, because if you go southeast Georgia, you're back into the seafood again.
Tennessee food is perfect.
So, you know, I mean,
I love Tennessee. It's one of my favorite states.
I don't know how it works over, you know, in Australia. You're surrounded by water, and then you got nothing but desert lizards running around. But you know,
well, on the outside edges by the water, they eat seafood, and in the middle, they eat kangaroo.
And we eat kangaroo all over the place.
Now, see, that's just wrong. What did the little Joey ever do to you?
And then if you go to the Chinese, you get pussy.
I mean, why can't you go out there and at least get you some fried goanna? You know, them things just crawling around just freak you out.
Yeah, that's tasty too, actually.
They eat everything in Australia.
Well, if we don't eat it, it's going to eat us.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the animals they got over there?
It's eat or be eaten.
Food was pretty good.
All right, Misty, I got a question.
Okay.
Let drop bird.
All right,
Yeah,
what is Keith's signature dish that he cooks for you?
Tongue tacos.
The chicken? Oh, you're right.
And don't say octopus, because then I'm going to hang up.
Show you chicken.
Yep. The Hawaiians show you chicken, and we do have a video on it.
Sausage.
One of our
Who
very
gives
first
it a
ones, but,
sausage?
yep.
Crystal's being awfully quiet.
Okay, I'm kind of lost. What is the whole deal with octopus? What was the big topic of conversation about that?
Okay, Misty, the floor is yours, Misty. Please explain the octopus.
I am not going to explain the octopus, Daryl. It's not going to happen. Go.
Really, we need Shayla for that.
Okay, here it is. Go read up. Go Google it. How octopus mate. That's the joke.
We did a lot. We had it all on live stream. Remember? Daryl had the live stream going that day, and it showed when you broke.
Yeah, but I think Shayla talked about that before we went live.
That's true.
Sherry.
That's true. You're very true. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So
I mean, I kind of get the point of people bringing up the octopus now. I get what they're referring to. I just kind of lost on it. I didn't know exactly why that was such a giggly topic of conversation.
No, we were at
Because it's all the dirty minds that talk about it.
Was it Shayla? Was it Shayla who told the story?
Yes.
Yes, and basically it was an inside joke that went sideways, and then it was like Facebook. It went public.
And I got so tickled, I nearly ended up on the ground. I was laughing so hard, and so now it's just octopus. It's our Marco family mascot.
Okay.
Mascot.
Yeah.
Well, see,
That's not
that's kind of
it.
why. That's kind of why I was asking. Was her hubby retired Navy? And don't take this the wrong way. Because y'all kept talking about octopus, and I was thinking that he was a seafood lover like that because 90% of retired Navy guys like that weird seafood, like octopus and squid and mussels and all that stuff that we're sitting there going, ooh, you actually ate that? Oh my God.
I love oysters and half
Most
shell.
other
now.
branches call Navy personnel squids anyway.
Yeah, well, that's a different
Yeah.
pot altogether.
Before he passed away, he was a Navy vet, but he also his dad grew up in Minnesota, so they had a big seafood love from that, and so that's what Keith grew up with. And I had the opposite experience. My dad is an Air Force vet, and he was in Taiwan for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And he took him years and years before he could eat anything but fried catfish, because that's all they had in Taiwan back then. It was just, everything was fish based, and he just couldn't even hardly stand the smell of it.
Yeah, because that's even making fish sauce.
We dare not cuss.
Oh, hi, Mr. Willie.
Hey, Missy.
Mm-hmm.
I have another question for you. So we all know that your channel's been growing like a great deal over the last year and everything, and you've been doing phenomenal, and I'm so proud to call you my friend. But what I'd like to know is, what is your goal for Mama Z in 2021, just to kind of turn the conversation back to your channel?
You
My
are an
goal
adult, Crystal.
for Mama Z's is to continue to grow. I want to launch a website. You know, Crystal, you and I have talked about it. I never start anything halfway. When I put my mind into something, I'm never going to do something, you know, halfway. I'm going to go for it. And you know, when I first started the channel, I had friends and stuff like, really, you're never really going to go anything. You know, only gamers get anything on YouTube. You're no professional cook, you know, and just a lot of, but the way I look at it is that if Sam the Cooking Guy or Laura in the Kitchen or whatever big Paula Dean can make it, then by God, so can I. Because, and I'll go down dying trying. You know, that's just who I am, and that's what I work for. So the main two things to answer your question, Crystal, I want to try to launch in 2021 is I want to get my website launched, and we are currently working on a cookbook with my mother. And it's going to be basically 5 generations worth of my family's recipes in this cookbook. So I'm working with my mom.
Wow.
She's gathering a lot of the recipes, you know. So, yeah, those are the two big things. And then just growing the channel. I mean, I would love to be at 2,000 by the end of the year. So.
You sound like me, Misty.
I just, you know, I'm an Aries, and, you know, I just don't know quit. Sometimes to my detriment, I don't know quit. But I'm just never going to halfway do anything. If I'm going to, you know, everybody's like, well, you're setting a crazy pace because you put out 3 videos a week and do a live. And, well, now I'm doing technically 5 videos a week because I'm doing shorts on the days I'm not putting out big videos.
She's a workaholic.
True story. When I worked at the prison, I worked 80 hours a week. And it's
So
just in my nature. I grew up on a farm, and you worked hard. And if you had a dream and you had a goal, then by God, get out there and work your butt off for it. I didn't cuss, Mr. Willie. And go for it.
You've been cussing for storm until you got here.
So, Misty, you don't know quit. Does that mean you go down occasionally, but you get back up?
You sure right, my friend. You sure right.
Oh my goodness, Darren.
He gets knocked down. She gets up again.
We know the bad influences for tonight, don't we?
Okay, so I got a serious question for Misty.
Okay.
Okay, you're talking about your cookbook coming out.
Yes.
So, are you going to do like maybe a live video to announce the launch of the cookbook and maybe have
Absolutely.
like a early access for people like us?
Absolutely. I 100%. Probably
do
the
a contest or something.
yeah, and well, probably the first people that will get access to it are my channel members, and then
Marco family.
Marco family, of course. But you know, I do have a channel membership, and that'll be some of the things that I want to put out to my members first. But like I said, we're still working on it. We want to do the physical form, but I'm also thinking about doing a smaller form of it, a snippet of a digital, form too. So here's a few recipes, but if you want the whole thing, here's the cookbook type thing.
Yep.
That'd be cool. I'll definitely get that. I love to cook.
Okay, well, let me jump in here for just a moment. We've had a wonderful hour and a half here, and so we're gonna start winding it down here a little bit. I'm gonna ask the people that are on the phone here if they have any last words they would.
Sabrina, how no truer words have been written than that. Yeah, he could have made some money off of tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should do too, Nathan.
So let's run through some of the people that are on the phone that have joined the conversation. We appreciate all of you. So whoever's phone number ends in 807, you're first. Go ahead.
That'd be me.
You have to think about it, don't you?
I did. I never called myself.
Exactly.
So I had to think what was my number again.
Exactly. I do the same thing.
Yes, that ain't common knowledge.
Yep.
Okay, I can't even talk now because y'all keep making me giggle.
Well, good.
I'm just going to say, God bless to you all. Wish you all the best in the coming new year. Hoping that Mama Z's Kitchen has good success. Hoping we all have good success.
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody have a blessed and wonderful night and a wonderful Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Take care. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, the caller that ends with 477.
That would be me. Missy, I hope you do great with your channel. I've enjoyed following all the cooking videos, and I've already started a notebook writing down recipes so I can do some of them here. I wish you and everybody else in here a wonderful rest of this year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And may 2021 be wonderful for all of us. My 2021 is going to be really good for me and my family, and I hope it's like that for the rest of you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it.
Well, we'll be hearing from you next week, Terry.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, Terry, thanks so much for calling in. We appreciate your input on all the shows. Caller that ends in number 157.
That's me.
Oh.
In all of my radiant beauty.
Yeah.
Where you hide that at?
You don't want me to answer that live. You don't want me to answer that live.
It follows the cows.
See, Terry, I'm gonna call you out. See, I can tell by your comment on Facebook you didn't even watch the video. Misty, I'm talking. Misty, well, you know we love you, and you know that we're here to help your channel grow and do whatever we can to help you out in any way, shape, or form. I am so extremely proud of you because I have been multiple times. I have been guest on Daryl's Thursday night with reviewing channels and stuff like that, and it it warms my heart, and I know it has to warm Daryl's heart also to see somebody that took all of his advice to heart and work at it and really start to put it in motion, and then not only do that but start to see the success from doing that. That has to validate what the stuff that what's Daryl doing, but also validate that you can't do just one thing that Daryl tells you to do and have your channel be successful. You got to kind of pay attention to the whole pie that he says, and you are you're one of his success stories.
Yeah.
You know, we wish you the best of luck. We wish you, you know, and like I said, we're always going to be here for you, and we loved having you over here at our place, and you know that me, you, and Crystal, we kind of share a special bond now. Wow, that could go sideways. None of them motherless.
I didn't have to open my mouth on that one.
As soon as I said it, boy, I heard somebody in Down Under go, "Oh, Mike!" Right?
I was
we wish you. That's one of those I was trying to grab the words as they was coming out. We wish you the ultimate success in 2021. I'm really looking forward to watching your cookbook come to fruition. Watching your website. I know you have a solid, let's just say, team member that's going to be helping you build your website that is talented beyond belief. In fact, we are switching to that same team member for ours, so that way our website can also become a success. But I think you got what it takes. I really do. I think that and before long you're going to be up there with Laura Vitale and them, and I just can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I love you and Robin so much. You know that.
Well, thank you for all the kind words, Jason. Always appreciate having you on the show here, without doubt. In case because the numbers shift around here as people talk. I think with 520, your last numbers. Your turn.
That is Crystal with Copper Kettle Farm. Yeah, I mean, Misty, you've done phenomenal over the year. I love how you and I keep in contact on Marco about our successes and our ideas. And I think you and I, as mutual Aries, we kind of feed off each other on the determination for the success and the hard work. And I think you and I both love the hard work. So we're kind of kindred spirits in that way. And like Jason said, I mean, you know a gal. I'm just saying, when it gets to that point where you're going to make your website and start really pushing things in a different marketing perspective. So I wish you all the success. I know you're gonna push it until you're 6 feet under. So just keep at it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
and Crystal,
thank you for calling in tonight. We always appreciate having you both on the show and in the show. So 734, that must be.
That's me. Nope.
That'd be you.
Yeah, that'd be me. See, I remember sitting at the harvest celebration last year at a computer that Daryl had set up, and we were live streaming out, and there was this lady in there. She was just talking up a storm like she wouldn't shut up. I don't know who that'd be. I don't say no names, Misty, but you know who it was. and she was worried about fitting into our genre because she lived in an apartment. But she took what me and Chris had to say, and look where she's at now.
I had
Never missed a
50
beat. She
subscribers.
kept running and just kept.
We had that conversation.
Yeah, I'm not always a troll. Sometimes I can be helpful.
You're right. Nathan was real quick about saying it. Homesteading's a state of mind. I mean, I grew up country, you know. He said, it don't matter you live in an apartment. You know, I had 50 subscribers and thinking, can I really do this? And Nathan was probably my very first biggest cheerleader saying, absolutely, you can do it.
Yeah, Nathan is, and I can say this about Jason and Robin. When my kids and I moved into this house, I was highly, highly doubting that I could even do a garden or anything like that. And before we moved in, we went down there for Christmas dinner. And walking around their property, they made, seeing their property and knowing their stories by their videos and their live streams,
Yep.
it made me thinking, hey, I can do this. Because when my husband got sick, I went from hating a lot of homesteaders to being very proud to watch them and excited for them, because you could go to their first videos and see how they progressed. And Missy's done the same thing. Her channel has been awesome, and I've loved seeing how she's progressed. And I can see nothing but good things happening for you.
Thank you.
I mean, if Jason can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay, Nathan, thank you so much. I believe the only one left that hasn't said anything yet is Darren. And so, Darren, it's your turn.
It's my turn?
It's your turn.
Everyone's been so serious and nice.
Is it
And now we got you.
Is it going to change
Yeah.
now?
It says a lot about you, the fact that both Jason and Nathan speak highly of you as their final statements, whereas normally they sit there and crack a joke. You know, so the fact that they speak so highly of you and so deeply of you, that in itself says it all.
I think my message is true.
Okay, Darren, thank you so much for calling in. We always appreciate your input on all the shows. So with that, we'll go back to Misty and Keith.
Who else?
You got anything special you want to share with everybody out there?
I just wanted to thank everybody for coming in tonight. We have had so much fun doing this. We had to cancel once before because I had a kidney stone and ended up in the hospital. But Sherry and Daryl, what Jason said was true. I mean, you know, when I came in, I had no idea what I was doing, and I kept, you know, putting my channel up on the wheel, and you'd give me positive and sometimes negative feedback, but it was always constructive. And I'm like, I can do this whole YouTube thing. So I take what you taught me, and then I would dig 10 miles deeper into it, you know, until I figured it out. And I still don't have everything figured out, but I would say to anybody out there who wants to do YouTube, if it's something that if it's just a hobby and it's no big deal, then, you know, that's awesome. But if it's something that you are really wanting to make a business out of, you're really wanting to succeed at, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Because trust me, you can ask Keith, there was a lot of people when I started that said, you don't need to be doing this. What are you doing? This is, you know, but this was a dream. And it says it on this t-shirt. Y'all can't see it. It says, do you have a dream? I do. And if you have a dream, no matter if it's YouTube, if it's whatever it is in life, go work your ass off for it. Because, and yeah, I said it, Mr. Willie, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Okay, Misty, and we want to thank you for being on tonight. Sherry, you got any last thoughts you want to share?
None.
None?
I'm just glad I'm breathing normally now.
All right. Okay, so special thank you to all of our moderators out there.
Nathan, put your pants on.
Extra special thank you to those folks that are members of the channel, members of Smudge's Pack. If you'd like to join Smudge's Pack and get in on all the stuff that's going to be coming up here for the next season, feel free to do so. We'd love to have you. Just click that join button down below. And with that, I just want everybody to remember that if one door closes and another one opens, your house is probably haunted.
Exactly.
So you can't hold your nose and home at the same time.
That's
I
right,
got that
Jason.
here. It's haunted.
That's right,
Okay.
Jason.
So next week, Samson Farms. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. Take care, and we will
I
see
apologize ahead of time.
you. See you
Boys, not
later.
next week.
Good night, folks.
Hi.